Hey everybody, I just wanted to talk a bit about all the negativity that we've been seeing lately in the public for Diablo 4 and maybe talk about a few things that we could do or that the game should do that would improve player experience, how it's received. Many videos being put out saying Diablo 4 bad, it's become a meme. A lot of top content creators have moved on to other games. It's kind of normal in the RPG space anyway, but the negativity on Reddit and Twitter and everything like that is really put things in a bad light. So far, it looks like patch 1.1.1 has taken really good steps in the right direction. The game is super fun, a lot of class balances, and it's good to see. I just wanted to talk about some more things that can be done and that I hope that the devs are working towards. So one of the first things that I think everyone complains about is if they have to do Renown again, that's it. They're not doing it. Like, it's just goodbye. One of the bigger names in the space, Asmongold, has categorically said he will never do it again. And I don't blame him. I don't think I ever will either. But if they don't get rid of it, I hope that they can at least take the power out of it. I think that was a really good idea from, I think it was Quinn69 said it. Take the power out of Renown. And then, like, if you have the Renown Andes that still want to do, they're completionists, they want to do everything, put in some little incentives, like maybe transmogs for armor. Like, you do Renown rank 1, you get your helmet. You might have people that maybe enjoy doing that stuff, take the power out of it. And what do you do with that power then? Like, you still have those skill points that you need and the Paragon points that are missing. Do you just get them for free? Or what I think could be a good idea is the way that you have the capstone dungeon system to increment in the difficulty tiers. The way you go from World Tier 2 into World Tier 3 through the first capstone dungeon, and then from World Tier 3 to World Tier 4. Those capstone dungeons, I think, are great milestones to hit. They can really show you how far along your character has come. And I think other capstone dungeons, without having to increase the difficulty tier and bring in a whole realm of new types of item power and everything like that. Instead, you could have a capstone dungeon that gives you maybe your 5 skill points, and then another capstone dungeon that will maybe give you some of your Paragon points, and then another one and another one. Just throwing out ideas here, but I always found that those milestones, when you hit them, that was a real, like, it was a great feeling of achievement. And then you had the next goal to reach. Yeah, that could help to fill the gap that you have between 70 and 100 as well. Like, there could be these little milestones that you need to hit on your way up to level 100 before you get all your skill points and Paragon points to beat Lilith. The next point I want to touch on is the season mechanics. I think everything was too spread out in this season. You had to go to a specific dungeon to fight Varshan and things like that. I think stuff from the season should have been, like, mixed in with mechanics that are already there as well. Like, Helltide didn't really have any specific Season 1 Malignant stuff happening in it. Like, it would have been cool if, yeah, they increased the cost of the mystery chest. Maybe you get hearts out of it as well, or maybe like you have a chance for invokers or something like that, or maybe there was an area in the Helltide where you can put in special Helltide invokers and you'll get a Helltide Malignant Elite popping up and a better chance for a Wrathful or something like that. And then even in Nightmare Dungeons, instead of the normal events, why didn't they put in, like, Malignant events? So you're like, ooh, I'm gonna actually look for the events now in the dungeons, because they might actually give me a heart that I'm looking for, instead of having to go off to, like, Ravening Pit or another Malignant Tunnel to farm for the Barber, basically. You might actually just, as you're farming and leveling up, you might come across it more frequently than it is now. And it just brings the season mechanics, it's just more fluid, I think. One thing I was thinking about, for people say, like, oh, the open world, you know, you kind of forget about it after a certain point. Maybe, you know, the way in Helltide and in the PvP area you have that roaming boss. Maybe in normal overworld there could be, like, roaming boss type encounters, and maybe they have actually good loot, and it incentivizes players to actually just go out in the world hunting for them. They don't appear, like, you can't just open the map and go, oh, there he is. But if you know, oh, okay, this area usually has, like, a lead pack here with guys and a lead pack here, you could go around and farm through and maybe eventually pop up against one of these open world, like dungeon boss style health bars, like the ones that you would see from the PvP area and the Helltide area. This is just an idea I had for the open world. Just one last point I have. When you're running Nightmare Dungeons, one of the worst things is you just have like an abundance of yellows at the end of it. And maybe a couple of legendaries, and maybe after doing several Nightmare Dungeons, you have unique. But every time you finish one, you have to go and sift through each of them. Oh, is this affix good? Oh, no, that's not good, and blah, blah, blah. If you're able to have some kind of a system where rares would drop less frequently, but gold would drop more frequently, almost to the equivalent that you're getting from the selling. And then when one actually drops, it's set up in a way that it's actually a good drop and you're excited to get it. Same with legendaries. Make them a little bit more rare, but when they drop, you're like, oh yes, a rare or legendary or unique. It's like a good feeling. I don't know if this would be implementing a loot filter or some other type of system where what you only want to, yeah, it's a loot filter basically. I don't know what other way you can do it, but something that will limit the time that you're spending in town sifting through. And then if you increase the gold and XP, you don't really need to worry about not having all these things to sell and salvage. So these are just a few points that I thought I'd share, and hopefully maybe it resonates with someone. If you have any points that you want to bring up, please share them. Let's get a discussion going, and let's try and make Diablo 4 the game we all want it to be. And if you like that, please give it a like and a subscribe. It always helps. It keeps me motivated to make more videos like this.